Everybody, it's race time. We're going to move out behind the Mobile International Speedway Corvette pace car. Being driven by James Patrick tonight. Front row on the pole is Carson Green from Dayton, Texas, 51. Outside from Laurel, 78, is Ray Herndon.
Inside of row 2, we've got the 41 of Kyler Bean out of Pascagoula. Outside row 2, the 18 of Colton Kelly out of Villa Rica, Georgia.
From Jasper, 07, inside of the third row is Keaton Harris. Outside is supposed to be Stephen Davis, but he opted to go to the rear so that if he wins this, he gets an additional $400.
Starting inside row 4, the 18 of Jonathan Smart out of Saraland. And now outside of Jonathan will be Shane Barbera.
From Ponchatoula, Louisiana, fifth row inside, Laurel, Mississippi's number 3, David Herndon. And outside from Loosedale, it's Ethan Dewitt.
And now row 6, Raymond Adams out of Mobile into number 21. And then there's Stephen Davis vying for that $400 additional bounty for starting in the rear.
The Advanced Plumbing Pro Trucks.
Advanced Plumbing Company Pro Truck 30-lap feature race. All eyes are on Stephen Davis in the 79 starting in the rear for the additional money.
There's fast trucks in front of him. He bit off a big chunk when he said he'd do this. Carson Green and Ray Herndon are going to bring him to Bob Bond's green flag as finally we get racing underway here at Mobile International Speedway. Here come the Pro Trucks.
We've already got issues. Bill, the 41's hood flew up at the start here.
Kyler Bean cannot see where he is going. The hood blew up in front of the front windshield. That's going to cause a caution. So we don't get started yet.
Man, this crazy night gets even crazier. We don't even get a lap in. Caution number 1, Kyler Bean with the hood pop up at the start of the race here.
Lights out. We're going to race next time. Again, it'll be Carson Green and Ray Herndon to bring him off turn 4 down the front straightaway. All right. Attempt number 2 coming up. 30 laps for the Pro Trucks, and here we go.
Got a green flag this time. Carson Green jumps out to the quick lead down into turn 1. Kyler Bean making a pass on the 3 truck to the inside, down the back straightaway, the 78. Sideways, Bill, down into turn 3.
On the outside, that's Colton Kelly, the 18 car truck out of Georgia. He's moved up to second spot. Truck seemed to be running well. Colton Kelly moves to second. 2 truck lengths behind Carson Green.
Here comes Stephen Davis. Billy's up the 5th. He's looking for 4th. Almost door slammed by Keaton Hall. But Stephen Davis to the inside, looking for 4th across the stripe.
Stephen Davis is wasting no time. Up to 4th already. And we're only 2.5 laps into this. He's got an additional $400 in his future if he can take this checkered flag.
Look at Colton Kelly. He's to the inside of Carson Green. Down into turn 1, door-to-door, maybe slight contact. Colton Kelly to the lead.
Absolutely. Definitively to the lead, Colton Kelly with 2 truck lengths over Carson Green. From Billerica, Georgia, Colton Kelly, 18, your new leader.
Stephen Davis now on the back bumper of Ray Herndon in 1 and 2, backs out of it just a little bit. Now to the inside he goes, down the back straightaway.
Stephen Davis is good on the low side. That truck is really working on the low side. Stephen Davis goes to 3rd spot now.
Now Stephen Davis has his sights set on the 51 of Carson Green. Through 1 and 2, about a half a truck length is the difference. Sight set on second place as they dive into turn 3.
Stephen Davis right up to the back spoiler of Carson Green. We're only 6 laps into this. We've got 24 to go.
Look at Stephen Davis. He makes the pass and turns 1 and 2 up to second. Is Stephen Davis. Sight set on the 18 of Colton Kelly now for the lead.
Remember, he started on the tail end. We're going to complete lap number 7 here. Colton Kelly's going to lead it, but here comes Stephen Davis.
About a truck length and a half is the difference between first and second. Look at Stephen Davis. Makes up some ground as he dives into turn 3. So much better on the entry is Stephen Davis. Still hunting down Colton Kelly's back bumper.
Stephen Davis with plenty of time to get to that checkered flag. Going to be completing lap number 9 when they get to the flag stand this time, and lap trucks in their future.
Yeah, Bill, that's the 85 of Ethan Dewitt, newcomer to the Truck Series. As he dives to the inside, around goes our leaders, clear and scot-free. Now here comes Stephen Davis down the back straightaway. He's to the back bumper of Colton Kelly.
10 complete at the start-finish line. Stephen Davis on the move.
Stephen Davis now looks to the inside, gets right behind Colton Kelly down the back straightaway. He's on his back bumper. Backs out just a little bit in 3 and 4. Let's see if he sets up for a pass out of turn 4. No, he doesn't. He stays in line.
Stephen Davis is just studying where Colton Kelly is running on the racetrack. And I think after he studies it, he'll decide where he's going to make this pass. 1 truck length between them. That's just 0.2 of a second.
Third is Carson Green. 4th is Keaton Harris. And 5th is a battle between Maddox Lingham, Kyler Bean, and Ray Hernan.
Oh, he goes in high. Could Stephen Davis possibly do it on the outside? He's going to try. Outside of Colton Kelly, turn 3. Stephen Davis got a fast truck, and it is Hanlon. No, he decides against it.
He dives back in under Colton Kelly, gives a quick look, gets back in line across the stripe, and now into turn 1 and 2. He's still in the tire tracks, waiting on his moment to make his move for the lead.
Lapping another truck, that's Raymond Adams, number 21, going down a lap. Stephen Davis even closer.
As you see, Keaton Harris making a pass on Carson Green for 3rd, but back out front, it's all Stephen Davis trying to get around the 18 of Colton Kelly.
I think Davis, here's cross flags halfway, 15 complete, 15 to go. I think Stephen Davis wanted Colton Kelly to think that he could pass him on the outside. I think that's what that attempt was a few laps ago. But right now, Stephen Davis content to be in a single file behind Colton Kelly, looking low here in turn 4.
He get right up to the back bumper. Colton a little loose out of 4. Stephen Davis to the inside. Down into turn 1 and 2. He'll have advantage.
The moment Colton Kelly was a little bit loose, Stephen Davis was there to pounce. And he's going to be the first one to the 3rd turn. Now it's Colton Kelly that's going to have to race him on the outside.
Shades of Stephen Davis and Grant Thompson a few weeks ago. They're door-to-door across the stripe. Oh, contact between the leaders. They're both a little sideways.
Speaking of Stephen Davis and Grant Thompson, who beat Stephen Davis here not too long ago, that's a Thompson family truck racing with them. That's what Colton Kelly is driving, the Thompson 18.
Colton Kelly leads that lap across the stripe by half a truck. Stephen Davis still hanging tough to the inside. Colton Kelly sideways in 1 and 2. Look, Bill, here comes Keaton Harris.
Keaton Harris may come in to this two-way battle in the front. Colton Kelly has found some speed here. Stephen Davis racing him hard on the inside.
Keaton Harris now on the back bumper of Stephen Davis. The top 3 you can cover with a blanket. Colton Kelly slides high out of 2.
Keaton Harris is going to follow Stephen Davis on the low road and try to get second spot from Colton Kelly.
And he slides through into second spot out of turn 4. They're catching the back bumper of Ethan Dewitt, the newcomer again, out of Loosedale, Mississippi. Down to the bottom goes Dewitt. Stephen Davis, Keaton Harris, and Colton Kelly all clear past lap traffic.
Into the final 1/3 of this race. Stephen Davis in charge now by 3, almost 0.4 of a second.
Keaton Harris in the 07 trying to keep up with Stephen Davis. You see Colton Kelly falling back slowly, wants to think he's burnt the tires off that truck, trying to stay to the outside of Stephen.
Keaton Harris from Jasper, Alabama. He may have something. He's coming in late, but he's just a truck length, 2 truck lengths behind Stephen Davis.
Yes, Keaton Harris in the 07 hanging tough with the 79, not letting him get out of the way. Now they got Raymond Adams, the lap traffic. He goes low on the straightaway. Our top 3 again, clear past the lap traffic.
Once Stephen Davis got by Colton Kelly, nobody's really had anything for him, so if somebody's going to get him, it's up to Keaton Harris now.
And he's hanging tough, Bill. He's still within about a half a truck length, maybe 1 truck length behind the 79.
When they get back to the flag stand, it'll be 5 to go. 25 complete, 5 to go at the stripe this time.
5 more laps, Bill. Do you think Keaton Harris has what it takes to get around that 79? He's been fast. We've got 5 laps to see. Keaton Harris in that 07 still hanging tough. You can see him a little sideways trying to keep up with Stephen Davis out of 4. He's closer this time. About a half a truck length was the distance.
That's the battle, first and second. Colton Kelly is third, but looks like he's not going to be a factor as we get into the waning laps here. 27 complete at the stripe. Stephen Davis with a truck length over Keaton Harris. Can he stay that way? Does Keaton Harris have anything?
Still to the back bumper of the 79 is Keaton Harris. He gets there, maybe to the inside goes the 07 of Keaton Harris.
Is Stephen Davis going to close the door? He gave him the lane. They're coming up on lap traffic. This could be interesting. 2 laps to go.
Little bit of contact through 3 and 4. Stephen Davis hangs tough to the outside. Now 1 and 2. Keaton Harris gets the advantage.
Stephen Davis has a lap and a half to get back by Colton Harris. Colton Harris has a lap and a half to stay in front of Stephen Davis. Keaton Harris, white flag.
Here comes Stephen. Look at that, Bill, to the inside in 1 and 2, and they got lap traffic in the way.
The lap car may mess him up here. Front straightaway, car in victory lane. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Shane Barbara. This is going to change everything. Shane Barbara from again, Keaton Harris crossed the stripe on the last complete lap first. So he is the leader on this restart. If he wants to start on the outside, that's up to him. That's what we thought he was doing, but it's up to him. Keaton Harris was the leader on lap 28. Stephen Davis all the way from the tail end of the field. He had the lead for a while. Keaton Harris took it away from him. Colton Kelly hanging in there in the 3rd spot, the white 18. Now it's up to Keaton Harris and Stephen Davis. 1 more mile, 2 laps left. That was a pretty good start. Stephen Davis on the outside got to the stripe, and the first turn first, and there he goes down the back. From the outside, Stephen Davis takes the lead, but Keaton Harris is on the inside. Davis kind of gave him the lane. Harris is going to take every bit of it. White flag, 1 to go.
Door to door across the stripe. Stephen Davis with a slight advantage at the line, but here's Keaton Harris hanging tough to the inside.
This is going to take all the talent each one of those drivers has. Keaton Harris is going to get to the third turn first. Stephen Davis on the outside, going to race him hard. Coming to the checkered flag, who's it going to be? It is Keaton Harris defeating Stephen Davis for the second time. Up next, the heat race for the sprint cars. As Keaton Harris is going to get his first checkered flag anywhere on the Gulf Coast.
Young man in the 07, Keaton Harris, everybody. Dude, congratulations on your win, man. Heck of a run. Got a lot of years of experience right there behind you. Tell me about your race. Tell me about your truck.
Yes, sir. Thank you. She was getting loose there at the end, but we held on to her. I can't thank my crew enough, Ferguson Automotive and City Record.
All right, Keaton Harris, everybody, tonight's winner in the Advance Pro Truck Series.
Think about what a great race car driver he's going to be when his voice changes. Wow.
All right, let's get a Stephen Davis. Stephen, good run tonight again. We were talking about all your wins this year and all the experience you got. Second place tonight. Tell me about your ride. Looks like it's a little beat up.
Yeah, that's kind of what happens when they pull in front of you and slam on brakes. But look, the kid done a great job. You can't take it from him. Man, he was a hard racing. It had to be fun for the fans, for sure. And I do appreciate y'all coming out. But thank you, Chris Sanford, Papa Sanford, Al Slay, LaJoya Seats. Look, my wife does a great job spotting, and it's just a family deal. We're going to come back better.
Congrats, Stephen, on your second place. Grab Colton Kelly. Oh, there you are. Colton, we'll get in front of your truck, man. You got to tell them your sponsors and all that. But third place tonight. Good run with Stephen earlier as well. Looks like maybe the tires came off a little bit there at the end. Tell me about your run.
Man, we led a lot of laps here tonight. Stephen's really, really fast. I think we all know it. Really good run, really good run. We were raced really, really hard on the outside there. Just kind of tires wore off, and then Keaton got around us. But really good race, really proud of it. Want to thank the Lord. I mean, he is an awesome God. Want to thank my mom and my dad getting me here, and my sponsors, Pave America, Southern Protection Agency, Southern Drywall, Construction Express, Fortress Walls, and JJC Electrical.
All right, congratulations on your third place tonight, Cole.